So I had a thought last night. Are we about to make the same mistake that we made with cybersecurity and a little bit with cloud when we go into this AI era of being an MSP? It's interesting. Why is it interesting? Well, we made a couple mistakes. And if I think back to when I was an MSP in both eras, as a business, right? I'm always gonna be business oriented. Where did we fail? So the first thing, let's start with the cloud era. The first place that I think we just didn't recognize what we had on our hands in the cloud era was economics, unit economics specifically. When cloud happened, we all migrated from Exchange servers to Microsoft 365. Well, we might have been charging $200 a month for that Exchange server, and then they moved to 365. There's less overhead. However, well, we now aren't making that $250 a server, but the tickets still came in. So really, this is the cloud economics going from on-prem to SaaS. And that was a big one where we all felt it, and we honestly, I remember a lot of us having the conversation, and it never really flushed out of, do we charge a SaaS fee? Like, it does 365, do we still charge $250 a month for it? And it never, I don't know if anyone ever ran with it. Let me know in the comments if you did, but it was if I'm still gonna have to support it, I should still charge for it. And this didn't change in the cybersecurity area, because what happened is the exact same motion. We failed again. And this was really around understanding the differences between an alert, an incident, and a ticket. Because we all went out, we all bought SIMs and EDRs, and we had to learn the lesson of cyber, let's call it cyber attention, and true help, and then help versus help desk. And there was this kind of back and forth of what does that actually mean? Because what happened was, and I got an alert from a SIM product, ended up on my help desk, and I had a tier 1 help desk person that has never done cybersecurity in their entire life, and they're sitting there going, is this bad? Is this good? I don't know. Which this eventually gave birth right to the SOC or the MDR, where someone's just gonna do it for me. And while we liked it, it took away some of our margin as well, because now I'm not getting that good labor overhead that I on any other scenario. So we made this mistake twice, and that ultimate mistake, if I really zoom out for a second, that mistake was a new technology popped up, and we felt the need, or their customers in the AI sense felt the need to adopt it into their businesses. And we were excited because it's the new hot technology. We implemented it, but we only charged for the product itself. So our help desk has to eat the burden. They have to eat the pain of, hey, look over here, I need your attention. And that costs time, that costs money, that costs support burden, which means now I have to have raised costs for a product that maybe doesn't have enough revenue or revenue attached to it to support the needs of our customers. Now, going back to the last video, the big thing with AI is there's excitement. There's people that want to use it. So what happens is we're going to be tempted to sell AI. And in selling AI, right, this is going to have many different ways. We talked about this in the last one. This is going to be tokens. This is going to be SaaS. This is going to be possibly even professional services. However, if we don't have a good enough relationship with our end customer, what it's all going to result in is tickets on the help desk, which Then let's just keep this moving forward, has two paths. The first path is, Mr. Customer, this ticket is not covered. We have our support people being overly binary and just giving the shitty experience of saying, great, you want to learn how to use AI. I can't help you with that. Not very fun. And honestly, to me, this is more akin to Microsoft training, or how do I use Excel, or how do I use this new thing that you guys gave me? The other thing is that, right, if we think about the other side of the fence, is you are going to cover it. So now both of these options are either going to be, wow, this whiteboard is doing some weird things with my handwriting, but is going to then create two different paths. Not covered means now I have to go into a sales motion, account management motion, or you do nothing, which causes your customer to figure it out themselves. And we all know the harm in that. They're going to go buy whatever they want. They are going to go hire a consultant who might also have an MSP. So now our business is at risk. Or they are going to create a cybersecurity risk by just dumping everything into a public instance of an AI model. And we don't like that. So we can't fight the motion, we need to figure out how we enable them. Because the other option that we talked about, where we cover that support ticket of I want to use the AI thing, this is where we fell into the trap with cybersecurity in cloud, is this is going to create help desk burden for things that they can or can't do, which ultimately equals more time per user per month. And ultimately, in business terms, this equals less gross margin. So for layman's, that means we are going to lose money if we just cover the AI help requests that our customers have. This puts us in at a conundrum, a pickle. We have to do something about this. We need to find a way when our customers raise their hand and say, I like this AI thing, how can you help me? Now, if you go back to my last couple of videos I've made over the last couple of weeks, right, we talked about professional services, but the easy thing for a lot of us is, and you can't be afraid of this, because your help desk people may not be the right people for this, your account managers may not be the right people for this, maybe it's your VCIO, maybe it's a net new role, maybe it's a strategic partner that does it for you. We need to find a way to say yes, because we can't have them figure it out themselves. The only solution is we need an offering. We need something that we can say, let me spend some time to help your team learn how to adopt AI in a safe way, an efficient way, a way that makes sense, a way that you as a business owner will value because you can see some returns on all of this, right? We got to work with them. Now, I hinted, or I've kind of said it dead straight at this point, the best way for this is ultimately going to be what I'm calling enablement. Helping your customers grow with AI. Just like you guys are as MSPs, you are enabling your employees by getting them AI tools to do their jobs more efficiently. You just have to be that same steward to your customers without being the old grumpy IT guy saying, well, we got to do all this technical work before we do it. Because let's be real, if you go help them get some AI model and walk them through a couple easy prompts on how to send email, how to use Excel more efficiently, the things that their job is bogged down on. Help business development, help them figure out how to use it for lead generation, or not even just lead generation, lead cleanup or lead identification. We can do a lot of cool things, but it all starts with the enablement. And that's just a fancy way of saying training. how do we train our customers to use AI efficiently? It's easy. And I say easy in the sense of it's not something that needs this big, arduous product development cycle to do it correctly. It's something that we can spend a couple cycles on to say, let's go in once a month for our customers. Maybe we give them some coursework when we leave the building, something to where they feel like they have every opportunity to be a first mover in the market. So that's my thought for today is we have to stay accountable in the sense of learning from our past, not make the mistake of both cloud and in cybersecurity by thinking that we are just going to allow these AI tickets hit our help desk and either an AI robot is going to give the binary logic of not covered, or the human is going to cover it through empathy and we're going to lose money. So we need to figure out how we can quickly solution a way to work with our clients so that we can, like in the last video I talked about, work into a relationship where I can sell larger professional services and sell larger engagements to really help them along the journey. So that's my thoughts for the day. Stay accountable.